It's over, completely over this time. This equipment is going to be iron wasters. It's over. It's piled up like crazy. Since August, factories in Dongguan and Shenzhen have been closing one after another. These piles of equipment are stacked to the top. For 10 days or half a month, no one has come to see them, let alone buy them.
一个来看的人都没有，就别说买了。
Guangzhou Wine Art, Tiger Color, and Pride Color, all well-known names in the industry, have all collapsed one after another this year. Has the printing and packaging industry's winter truly arrived? We all know the overall environment is bad, like a storm that no one can escape. However, the reason for the capsize is often due to internal problems that we are unaware of, or perhaps we don't pay enough attention to. I woke up to find the sky falling. Everyone is unemployed. A multi-billion-dollar factory was still in production yesterday, but this morning when I came to work, my fingerprint lock didn't work. A major Shenzhen group didn't have a farewell ceremony, only a production suspension notice. Friends, please cherish your current job opportunities. China's economy continues to decline, and Shenzhen, the driving force of Guangdong's economy, can no longer withstand it. Core economic indicators such as investment and exports have seen a sharp decline in growth, with as many as 40% of businesses experiencing losses. Shenzhen is currently experiencing a flight of foreign capital, the closure of private businesses, and a slump in business, widespread unemployment, and declining government revenue. Even high-tech industries and public schools are struggling to pay salaries. In this episode, we'll examine Shenzhen's current situation.
今年深圳最惨的行业
This year, the worst-performing industries in Shenzhen are here. Welcome to Compare Your Miseries. Cat cafes, script sand, decorative materials, art training, real estate, women's clothing, wedding planning, nail art, flower shops, jewelry, maternity and baby stores, and advertising agencies. Some are earning little, some are even losing money, and the worst-case scenario is that some businesses can't even recoup their costs. Are there any industries that aren't suffering?
有不惨的行业吗？
Do you know how many people are unemployed in Shenzhen right now? Where have all those unemployed people gone? Let me tell you the truth. The current situation in Shenzhen, though you may not believe it, is that in the first quarter of 2025, resume submissions in Shenzhen skyrocketed by 87% year-on-year. This means the number of newly registered unemployed people is increasing significantly. This is Shenzhen, a first-tier city. Some say that in a few years, 85% of graduates will stay at home. How do you think? All of them can only stay at home. It's happening right now. In just a few years, the unemployment rate for graduates will be incredibly high, both now and in the future. Isn't the employment rate reported by universities fake? Oh my goodness, do you know how much civil servants in Shenzhen earn? A Shenzhen netizen directly exposed his salary. It's true that the government still provides the best food. He earns $1,530 per month, contributes $700 to his Provident Fund, and gets a $20,000 year-end bonus. Last year's income exceeded $56,000. I'm so envious.
8月感觉是要倒闭的节奏。
This August feels like it's going to go bankrupt. Oh my god, I don't get more than 5 people coming into my store every day. If I hadn't been promoting short videos, I'd be completely broke. How was your August? Be honest, these past few days were painful.
我真的感觉这几天真的好煎熬啊。 现在是什么世道呢？
What kind of world is this? Finally, these businesses have gone bankrupt. Take a look at this shop. It's closed down. Then look at these 2 shops. They're all closed. Looking around, there's a vast expanse of closed businesses. Not a soul in sight. And then look over here. Not a soul in sight. This is the shopping mall in South Mount Dachong New City Garden. Look at this entire mall. Billions of dollars have been wasted.
10几个亿全部都打了水漂。
In a nondescript industrial park in Shenzhen's Longhua district, there's a company called Willie Star Toys Company Limited. This company, which has been operating for 30 years, suddenly declared bankruptcy. 400 workers discovered that their wages are in arrears and the promised severance pay has vanished. The factory gates are locked and the boss has disappeared without a trace. All that is left is a cold bankruptcy notice and the workers' endless anger. Recently, over 400 workers gathered in front of a factory, holding up banners and demanding payment of their unpaid wages and compensation. They simply want their wages back, but instead of a response, they were met with silence, evasion, and pervasive pressure. This isn't just an isolated labor dispute, but a microcosm of how the lower classes, squeezed by the dual pressures of China's economic downturn and the Sino-US trade war, are being abandoned by capital and power.
这是在广东深圳街头看到的一幕。
This is a scene I saw on the streets of Shenzhen, Guangdong. Everyone came to Shenzhen with dreams, but they never imagined they would all become homeless. Seeing this scene, it's truly unbearable to calm down.
你们看嘛，这就是龙华汽车站。我说买一张票到后间都没得了，汽车封掉了，里面很多人不相信你，看嘛，全是流信息。很多的人。
这个厂也倒闭了。
This factory has closed down too. All the air conditioners have been dismantled. The overall economic climate this year is not good, and many factories are closing down. Everyone must hold on to their jobs. This factory used to be very good, making motors, but now there's almost no one there. Everything is dismantled and in disarray. It used to be very busy with lots of people working, but now it's practically deserted. Look, everything has been moved out.
看呀，这个厂东西都搬走了。
都8月份了。
Who's still looking for a job in August? Who's actually working in Shenzhen? I've been looking for a job for a month, and all I can find are sales and live streaming sales jobs. Are there no other options in Shenzhen? A day of interviews is more tiring than working. It's not easy going out to look for a job. Even worse, it's raining. Does anyone understand the pain?
懂这种天气的痛苦吗？
Recently, a large number of people with nowhere to go have emerged in Shenzhen as the new poor. These new poor aren't just those who pay for their own food and smoke and drink casually. They are all homeowners with homes and cars. They have condos but can't pay their mortgages, and cars but can't afford gas. The women are all glamorous, the men are dressed in suits, and they all have the latest iPhones, but their WeChat balances are only a few yuan. They use 6-digit bank card passwords to protect 3-digit savings. These people appear to have homes and cars, but in reality, their pockets are cleaner than their faces.
比脸还干净。
找了6个月的工作，现在手上一个 offer 都没有。
I've been job hunting for 6 months and now don't have a single offer. My original plan was to create some video accounts while I was looking for a job so I could have a fallback. However, in the past 6 months, none of those accounts have been successful, and I've got no followers. I haven't found a job yet and I have no source of income. I was hoping to earn some money by trading stocks, but I ended up losing money.
拿点工资赚点钱，结果找不着。今年找工作
Finding a job this year is incredibly difficult. Even sales positions are hard to come by. When I open Boss Direct Hiring, I notice that companies have been hiring for years appear to have no prospects. This is insane. What's even more insane is that, for example, if they're looking for someone to fry French fries, even if you fry dough sticks, you're not accepted. Furthermore, you must have fried French fries before. Even if you've been frying French fries for 10 years and haven't done so in the last 3 months, you're still not accepted. You must have done so continuously.
你都不可以，必须要连续炸。
Some netizens are saying that many high-tech companies in Shenzhen, even publicly listed companies, can't pay their salaries. One employee complained that the company assigns them tasks they don't want to do, forcing them to resign. If high-tech companies are like this, what about more ordinary companies in Shenzhen? He also said that if you have no debt in Shenzhen, you're truly impressive. If you have some savings, you're truly superior to 80 to 90% of people. Many of my clients don't even earn enough to pay off their credit cards or online loans. Ordinary migrant workers face an even more dire situation. Numerous online videos show people sleeping rough in places like Shenzhen's Longhua bus station, squares, and parks. Some passers-by even claim to have been homeless in Shenzhen for over 20 years, often sleeping under bridges or in parks.
我是25届的应届生。
I'm a fresh graduate from the 2025 class. Today marks my 10th day in Shenzhen. I can't find a job. There's absolutely no job available. Besides telesales, various sales positions, customer service, some so-called cultural media companies, and being a live streamer, there's nothing else. When I go for an interview and I tell them I'm a fresh graduate, they tell me that they need someone with working experience. I'm looking for companies that hire fresh graduates and got the response saying, "We don't accept fresh graduates here."
他说我们这里不招收应届生。
为什么会没有工作？
Many people have asked me why I'm unemployed, and they say it's because you are lazy. But this year, I want to say that hard work doesn't guarantee rewards, and a good wish doesn't guarantee a good life. I believe many people share my sentiments and wonder why. Despite working so hard and diligently, studying diligently for exams from childhood to adulthood, and finally getting into a decent university, we find ourselves, after graduation, just a mere slave in the market, earning little over $400 a month. Even this meager income could be lost at any time due to the current climate or the company's boss, leading to the loss of all these means of survival.
生存的来源。
最近深圳龙华发生了很多大事情，知道吧？
A lot of big things have happened in Longhua, Shenzhen recently. Please keep a low profile when out. There are many people out there who are unemployed, broke, deeply in debt, and whose complaints go unanswered. Even a glance can make someone uncomfortable and potentially hurt you. So sometimes when you're out, it's important to control your emotions. Be patient for a while, take a step back, and the world will be brighter. Less trouble is better than more trouble. Being happy is the most important thing.
多一事不如少一事，开心最重要。
Shanghai, a cosmopolitan city where housing prices only once rose, seems to be entering a real estate winter. Once expensive luxury homes are now practically halved, leaving no buyers. Are ordinary homeowners truly losing their hard-earned money? Let's take a look at the current state of the Shanghai real estate market.
哎呦，看傻眼了。
Oh my, housing prices in Shanghai's inner ring area have plummeted below 40,000 per square meter. A small, run-down two-bedroom apartment in the Zhongshan Park area measuring over 50 square meters is listed for just $350,000. That works out to $6,600 per unit. Back then, don't even think about buying a Zhongshan Park condo at such a price. This drop is so severe. Lujai's Way is so central, right? The established luxury property World Trade Center Riverside Garden has plummeted from over 23,000 to just over 13,000 per square meter. There's even a 9,700 per square meter sell-off, leaving it with only a fraction of its value. Not to mention the investors in Linggong New City, their tears are enough to fill the lake.
这算是整个上海
This is the most miserable new residential community in all of Shanghai. The down payment was completely lost right after the new house was delivered. The community is a complete failure. Condos originally priced at 7,797 or 7,936 are now selling as low as 5,290. I read the news today about the 30-year-old female homeowner in Shanghai. It really hit me hard. She graduated from Zhejiang University with a bachelor's and master's degree in 1994 and worked for a finance company. She was a quintessential winner in life, but who could have imagined that a monthly mortgage payment of $7,797 would ultimately crush her? Sadly, she could have easily afforded such high monthly payments. In 2021, the average annual salary at her company was over $160,000. She earned $400,000 to $500,000 in her first year, easily covering the down payment. Who could have imagined that just 2 years later the company would suddenly implement significant salary cuts, slashing her salary by half to just over $97,000? To make matters worse, she bought a condo at a time when the prices were peaking, and by 2023 prices had plummeted, essentially wiping out her down payment. Household prices in some areas of Shanghai have already been halved, and it's common for drops of over 40% in the outer suburbs. If you're thinking of buying a condo, should you buy now or wait? I'm telling you that those house values will continue to depreciate. No matter when you buy, they won't likely recover. You'll lose money no matter when you buy, so buy based on your needs. If you're too concerned about a small annual loss, it's better just to rent. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.